Alright, enough of the music, enough of the music, enough of the music, for the music. This is I'm coming to you direct. For some reason, my mic is very high right now. What's going on? I need to turn that down just a little bit, because it's picking up just a little bit too much. But hey, welcome you to Folktales for Grown Folks. Of course, you know that you are now listening to Gye-Nyame Radio. I am your host, Brother Hatim. And of course, you know, this is Grown Folks, Gye-Nyame Radio, and this is a production where we strive to blow up your old paradigms. Good to see you as well, Miss Angela. I'm thank you for joining us. Now, this is what we need to do, because I got a new format. I'm trying to get as professional as possible, right? So, of course, I got like a little small script that I'm going to be working with. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to open the lines. I'm going to open the lines at 15 after. But before we get to that, I'm going to discuss some of the news that's popping off. I got to get my sound levels just right. First, well, before I want to leave the line up. Now, I'm on YouTube as well as Twitter. And I'm trying to make sure people that our ancestors left us the crystallized wisdom, and I'm going to get people to get as much and as powerful as possible, right? So now, this is the hope that the day is like it's self-determined, right? And we'll get out and experiment, look around, and try to catch up and see some things out there, right? So we're going to kind of hear that. What's up? Welcome. Hey, so those that I can't be able to focus, but we just have to go through, because I got some stuff popping off, that I believe very, very important for us to now. I'm on right now. I'm gonna pull it up on my tablet. Computer is moving real slow because I have a heavy task to lift. You know what I'm saying? So it ain't like the old days where you could just put stuff on things and they will work. Now it ain't like that. You know, they want to complain, want to cry. The campaign is not what campaign. I don't know what it's talking about. Take me my page, man. Let's go to my page. All I want to do, I want to go to my page. All right. So now for my page, because it will the signal drop to get the people everything that they are supposed to get. You know what I'm saying? Because whether y'all know it or not, I have a small fan base. I ain't gonna say fan base. I have a small tribe of people with the world that's been listening in, and I've been trying to make sure we're able to get this information out to them, or at least these thoughts, ideas, right? Because you got a lot of talking heads out here, and a lot of them aren't doing anything in the community, right? I'm not doing it, trying to do things, so I want people to know about it, and if you out there doing something, you need to let me know so I can post you up on the show. Now, it's a dark day in Gye-Nyame journey. Why? Because I am out of ambrosia. I have ran out my own drink. That's a shame. I've been drinking it up like crazy, and people been donating Journey Tours. I got to go on and return some stuff to them. So, today, I'm not going to be toasting with you. I'm not going to be drinking with you. But what I have here, I have what I call my Death Eater tea. I have a form of ambrosia called Death Eater. I use often, right? What is Death Eater? Death Eater is a combination of burdock root and dandelion, right? I use it because burdock root and dandelion root are known to get rid of almost everything. There's very few sicknesses that's out there that these two can't help you deal with. So I would suggest that you might want to add this to your regimen, right? Now, some of the stuff I'm going on the journey, when you sign up, if you click the sign button on our Facebook page, it will take you to you go and sign up. Yeah, you ain't got to worry about paying no fee or nothing like that. But this is what I'm saying, right? When you sign up, at least let me know that you're interested. What that means is that you have access to my books, you have access to some of my videos, you have access to some of my You have access to some of my secret podcasts and stuff. You know what I'm saying? And like, for example, I have a meditation video that I put together just to help people get it together. I don't know what's going on with the signal, man. I do know what's going on with the signal. God damn you, AT&T. I mean, it's just like y'all just fuck with me on Tuesday and Wednesday night. I am sorry for dropping in and out on y'all like this. I apologize. But before, oh, God damn it. Woo! I'm trying, y'all. I ain't even trying to cuss. I'm just pissed off. I wonder if you could do a live stream over the actual computer. Let's see. Alright, I'll check that later. Get the news away. Alright, of course y'all know we got Folktales books on Mondays, on Tuesdays. On Wednesdays we have tribal quotes. Alright, now, I put a video up on my timeline called Scientific Proof that we shape our reality. And this is a very important piece because when you start looking at it, right, and it's like we are in a position we're in for the stinking thinking that a lot of us are involved in. We need to get rid of some of this stinking thinking. I don't know, maybe if I move it a little bit, it might get the signal a little bit better. We are victims of stinking thinking. Now, of course, you know, others have their responsibilities in this, but we got to be very clear to shape our realities by what we think. And that videos I put up. But the thing I really, really want to hit on, and for some reason it's not up here. I don't need it. Here we go. What's up, Miss Jill? How you doing? You know, but check this out. I posted up a question on my timeline, a poll. And the question that I asked was, do you believe that Dylan Roof need to receive the death penalty? I want everybody out there to think about that. Before we even get into it, because I'm telling you right now, when I cover this news, it's crazy how the news lines up with the folktales. Do you believe that Dylan Roof deserves the death penalty? Everybody that's on the line right now, everybody that's listening out right now, please let me know what you think about that. Should Dylan Roof get the penalty? Right? This is why I asked that question. Alright, shots. Oh my God, brother Roof, thank you for tuning in, right? The question on the board right now is, should Dylan get the death penalty? Right? We're going to get to the folktale, I promise y'all. And that conversation is going to be dope. But this conversation right here, we really got to have this, right? Now, I want to bring up something because I did a post earlier, like last night, maybe early this morning, that I was very pissed off because them flags in Chicago were with Dylan Roof. You know what I'm saying? And I know people, you know, I know we feel a certain way when people within our own culture do crazy things. But the issue is this, right? The issue is this. And I want all of y'all to think about this, right? We come down hard on arms, right? But still, when they go to court, they need to be treated as humans. These are 4 young people who have not heard anybody cover the backstory. Black Roof murdered 9 people and was out of that church on his way to where he was. We already had a background profile on him. We had an idea of how he was taken advantage of by the YouTube people and stuff like this. Right? We had a backstory. When these young white people go out here and do crazy shit, we get a backstory about how hard their life is. Now we got 4 young people in Chicago, right, that went out and did some shit under very dumb. But we should not allow for their humanity and their story to be overlooked. These young people are in an environment where they possibly feel that they have no future. No future. And that's not a fault of their own. That's not a fault of their own. You know what I'm saying? We bear some of that burden. This society as a whole bears some of that burden. And we got to look at the human side of this. Now, I want y'all to like this. I want you to like it, but I want you to share it. Even more important, you know what I'm saying? Subscribe and share. Right? Now, check this out. So let's get back to Dylan Roof. Do you think that Dylan Roof deserved to get the death penalty? Because I'm going to tell you where I'm coming from. Right? I want y'all to really think about this, right? Because I know some people out there cheering that this white boy is about to get the death penalty. Right? But we need to be very careful when we dealing with this, because we got to think symbolically and we got to think strategically. Right? Now, what's Dylan Roof? What's Dylan Roof? Dylan Roof was, quote unquote, a lone wolf. He was a self-declared white supremacist, right? He's what they would call back in the days as, they would have called him a zealot or a warrior monk. If you listen to his testimony, how he feels, he had to do it. He felt he was moved by something bigger than himself, right? So now, let me tell you what we got the mixture here of, right? We got the mixture of something bigger than most of us are even possibly thinking about. Think about this. You got a zealot on a mission. And that zealot's whole goal is to bring about glory upon the idea in which he or she is representing. You have a crusader who's going out to bring something back to his people, right? Who's going to conquer something for his people. What bigger reward for this type of individual is there than death? Right? Dylan Roof does not deserve to be, Dylan Roof deserves to be old in jail and being forgotten. Because when he dies, he becomes a martyr. How is Dylan Roof? Ask the question. And Charles Manson still alive. Now, Dylan Roof is different because Dylan Roof specifically went into a place of worship. Now, I don't know if Charles Manson did that and murdered people in a place of worship in a historically black church and murdered a specific group of people. Not just random people just being in a sick group of people. He was trying to get a message across. That's the piece that a lot of us, we miss. He was trying to get a message across. And we got to be very clear. We got to be very clear that we cannot fall into letting his message grow beyond him. Now, he's down in the southern state, right? And for all we know, he could be a sacrificial lamb, right? It was set up to do this and set up to die for this, right? Because as crazy as we want to look at Islam, Islam is not the only religion that has people that are promised certain things when they die. You know what I'm saying? That's why they'll strap a bomb to themselves and kill everybody around them because they believe in something beyond. Isn't that what Dylan Roof did? He don't deserve martyrdom. He deserved to die an old man in prison or at the hands of one of our cousins in prison. You know what I'm saying? So I don't agree with the fact that they're about to let this boy cash out like that. Right? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? He's going to become a symbol, a bigger symbol, a more powerful symbol. Now, if we think that it's hard to kill people, it's extra hard to kill a symbol. Right? We got to be very careful when we got to look at, because they're playing symbolic. They're playing symbolic games with us. And we got to be on our toes, and we got to be able to look at things symbolically, right? And start breaking them down and looking at them and really dealing with them in reality, right? Because when we become symbol literate, we become able to predict the future, right? You know what I'm saying? We need to be predictive. We need to be ahead of a competition. See, they playing chess. I'm playing Mancala. I'm running circles around motherfuckers, right? Because I'm like 6 moves. I'm like 6 moves ahead, right? Because the host is this, man. We can't allow them. We can't allow them to allow this boy to leave here like that. No, you don't leave here in a blaze of glory, especially not under a tax dollar. Hell with that. Let your ass fester and die an old man in prison or at the shank of some unknown individual. But you don't deserve it. I'm telling you right now, the media is going to make a frenzy out of his execution. And they're going to be like, oh, this good thing. And then they're going to kill about 5 more of our young boys. Right? We need to be clear on this, man. We need to really be clear. We the only ones that's playing the game and don't know the rules. Right? We need to start practicing the rules. We need to start learning the rules. We need to start rolling with the rules. Right? Because that's the only way we're going to win the game. And I'm like this, man. I don't like losing nothing. Right? I don't like losing nothing. So I'm sipping on this. Shouts out to my son Dante sending me a text. More than likely, a child rep has got. I'm sorry, Shaq. I'll read it in a second, my friend. Those that's joining me possibly on YouTube, I want to send shouts out to you. All right, because I'm on YouTube too. You know what I'm saying? It ain't clear. Look, I got to give me some better cameras. I'm working on getting better equipment, y'all. I promise. I'm doing all that I can with the little bit I got. Dang! YouTube keep dropping on me, man. I don't know what's going on. I do know what's going on. God damn you, AT&T! All right. For those that just joined us right now, we are doing Folktales for Grown Folks. I'm going through some news real quick. I want y'all to pay attention to the news, because these folk tales that we're going through are teaching us symbolic speak, so we start dealing directly or powerfully with the folk tales. I mean, with the life. Now, Shaka says a child got 2 years. When he released the child's fight, he gets 4 years, right? Hey, you know what I'm saying? It's rules to the game. It's rules to the game. The father didn't know it. And I know some of y'all out there could look at my eyes and know what I'm saying. Some of y'all look at my eyes and understand what I'm saying. The father should have never did that. The father shouldn't even had to do that. See, we don't have those tight family groups no more, right? Pookie sometimes come in handy. Devontae and Durante and Boo Boo, some of those come in handy sometimes, right? Keep your family close, right? Because we're moving into a time where we're gonna need our family, right? So, like, for example, Dylan shouldn't have never made it to court. I'm just being honest with you, right? But we already know they treat him like royalty up in prison. He get to get interrogated. He get to have Taco Bell and shit. You know what I'm saying? Let me kill a group of motherfuckers. You think they gonna give me Taco Bell? Huh? You think you don't let me have it my way? Huh? I want y'all to think about that, right? No, we don't get that. Right? Just like these little boys and those two boys and those two girls, they don't get it like that in Chicago. I bet you they ain't stopped them at McDonald's when they caught them, did they? I'm gonna sip on that. Right? Right? See, because I'm telling y'all right now, as long as there's no consequences, no serious consequences, nobody respects you. Nobody respects you. Right? Black folks, what, you know what I'm saying? What serious consequence do we get other than marching? Praying, forgiving. I mean, all that has its place, but I think that shit need to start at home. Like, we need to be praying for them 4 kids, because those are kids. Even though we don't want to claim them, those 4 kids in Chicago, them are kids. You know what I'm saying? What type of background? What the fuck is going on in Chicago in a neighborhood where these kids came up, where they felt that it was okay to do that? Huh? Have we asked that? Are we asking these questions? No, we're not asking these questions. Anybody want to join the conversation? Hit me up. Hold on. I got to call it. 556-614-556-4535. Again, that's 61.
You are the first participant on the call. Please hold. Wait for the others to join.
614-556-4535. Anybody want to join the conversation? Feel free to call in. Now, next thing I'm talking about was this whole hacking piece with Russia. Now, I want y'all to recognize this for you. They did not hack. What's up, Stephanie? They did not hack any voting machines. The only thing they hacked was the DNC's computers. The only thing they hacked was the people. Right? I want y'all to think about that. You know what I'm saying? Now, we know that America's been playing with our minds for a long time, but now America is mad because they feel that Russia played with our opinions, right? They play with our opinions. They ain't play with our votes. They play with our opinions. They play with the news. You know what I'm saying? They added something to the news cycle that wasn't supposed to be there. And right now, America's mad at them. My question is, are they mad because they hacked the machine? Or are they mad because they feel that Russia is able to hack you? Were you the thing that got hacked? Was your mind state the thing that got hacked? Right? You know what I'm saying? Because right now, Donald Trump ain't going to accept it, because for Donald Trump to accept it is for Donald Trump to admit that he didn't win. And Donald Trump don't believe in admitting the truth. The Great Pumpkin don't believe in admitting that he lost, or that, you know what I'm saying? So, it really don't matter. That's right. Happy Kuchagalia. That's right. Self-Determination Day. Now, anybody want to call in the conversation, hit me up at 614-556-4535. Lines are open, waiting for you to call in. You can be heard on Facebook. You can be heard on, hopefully, my YouTube channel. I don't even know if there's any sound on the YouTube channel. As a matter of fact, let me check. I just want to check. Oh, yeah, I know y'all tripping. Like, what are you doing, man? I mean, you doing all these things because, one, I'm trying to build presence. I'm trying to do a business. I got family I got to help, right? You know what I'm saying? And the piece is like young people that need to travel. So I got to get the message out. So now, without any further ado, what I'm going to do is I'm going to read this. Hopefully y'all join the conversation about this. Now, for those that are new, I need y'all to understand these folk tales come from like yourself, of African heritage, right? He was in slavery. He was so wise with his stories that he eventually and became an ambassador for the state that he was in. Right? Now, at this point, I actually believe that our ancestors, including Aesop, basically sent crystallized wisdom for us. They crystallized his wisdom and sent it to us in proverbs and in story form. Now, we have a problem when we start arguing the history of the stories rather than the lessons of the stories, right? The Bible is a powerful book when you look at this, right? But when you start trying to argue history, same thing with the Kemetic book, same thing with the Buddhist text. Everything that we touched, right? When we look at it and we try to go and get the knowledge, it's a powerful and a beautiful thing, right? Those that want to call in, hit me up at 614-556-4535. Once again, the number is 614-556-4535. All right, so let's get into this folktale. God damn you, AT&T! AT&T! Damn it! Man! I mean, they just... every time I say them, they drop my name. They drop me. We hot, y'all. We hot. Yo, don't just like it. Don't just like it. Share. I need to extend the circle. Share. You know what I'm saying? Share it on your timeline. Alright. So I got to pause every now and then, take a sip while the damn signal is dropping. This is some bullshit. But hey, maybe I'm under attack. Maybe I'm doing something right. You know what I'm saying? You know you're doing something right when they come after you, right? Hey, so here we go. Y'all ready for folktale? Y'all ready for folks? Somebody throw some thumbs. Throw some hearts. Let me know. Y'all ready for these folktales? Let's get it. Right? Can I get a thumb? A middle finger? Something? You know what I'm saying? I don't care. Send something across the screen. Alright, so we keep on going with the news. Y'all ain't ready for the folktales yet. Alright, let's go back. We got a couple more minutes. Alright, so y'all back. I'm sorry about this, folks. I really am. This shit is getting embarrassing. Right? I paid my bill. I pays my bills. So let me hurry up and get this in here before they cut y'all off again. But thank you for sticking around, those of you that are sticking around. Y'all ready for the folk tales? Thank you, Miss Carrie. What's up, Kelly? Tell your husband I tried to... I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. Alright, Shaka. Oh, shit. Alright, Shaka. Those who, in the name of just impose and havoc on our house should know that their families are accessible to us as is ours to theirs. In smaller communities, keep things on an even keel. I agree. All right, so I say we should start bringing dinner to local judges, magistrates, and prosecutors' homes. Hey, that's kind of dope. Hey, let's sit down and eat and talk a little bit. These are elected officials, right? These are elected officials. And we got to be clear about that, right? They work for us, right? And once we start getting our boat together, they'll know who to fuck with and who not. Really, that's not our truth. All right, so here we go. The proverb of the day. Let me ring the bell. All right, class in session. Those that want to join the conversation, 614-564-535. Y'all don't want me to get it all. Y'all don't want my opinion to be on, because we are a tribe, we are family, and we all are allowed to have opinions, and we agree and we could disagree. We need to get our whole unity that we all think like, we all act like, that we all behave alike, that we all dress like. That's not unity. Robotic, futuristic shit that I don't want to have anything to do with. Right? I'm going to be me. I want you to be, because that's powerful. The little different parts that fit together. Right? Because we pick up and show how somebody else fits into the, and now we on that self-determination. But we able, whatever we got to do is put our mind with it. Recognize it as an order to how things flow. All right, so here we go. Now, weasels and the mice. Now, I know y'all going to say, oh, it's a kid fairy tale, but let me break it down to you. Do you know that this is the way that traditional education was passed on? It started with stories around the fire, right? When you was a kid and you saw different things when you were a kid. But as you start getting older and start holding on to the stories and listen to the stories a little bit more, every year, or 5 years when you heard the story, you got a different lesson. Our ancestors, this is crystallized wisdom I keep on trying to tell you, and is layered. So each one of us is going to get a different lesson. Here we go. A weasel, inactive from age and infirmities, was not able to catch mice as he once did. He therefore rolled himself in flour and lay down in a dark corner. Supposing him to be food, leaped upon him, and was instantly caught and squeezed to death. Another perished in a similar manner, and then third, and still others after them. A very old mouse, who had escaped many traps and snares, observed from a safe distance the trick of the crafty foe and said, "Ah, you that lie there, may you prosper just in the same proportion as you are what you pretend to be." That's called symbolic talk. That's called putting a curse on somebody. See, we talk about cussing. Cussing comes from cursing, where you actually use word magic to put something on somebody. I don't know if y'all caught what that mouse said, but I'm going to read that. Hold on. A weasel, inactive from age, was not able to catch mice as he did. Hold stay in the dark corner. A mouse, supposing him to be food on him, was easily caught and squeezed to death. Another perished in a manner, and then a third, and still after them. A very old mouse, who had escaped many traps and snares, observed from a safe distance the trick of his crafty foe and said, "Ah, you that lie there, may you prosper just in the same proportion as you are what you pretend to be." All right. So there's no card in. Look like I'm gonna have to carry it away to the tail. Hold on. I'm gonna write the number in. The number is 614 Hold on, go to my page and find where I'm podcasting at. 614-556-4535. Once again, 614-556. 614 556 4535. Pop up. It should pop up. All right. 614-556-35. All right. Get a little delay. I'm going to give it seconds to pop up. All right. Cool. So, here we go. Now, so I'm looking at the story. The first thing is we got Weasel, who is older. Who's older. He's too old to do what he used to do. So he got to find an easier way to get his hustle on. See, a lot of us, as we start getting old. Now, first off, let me make sure you understand. See, because you got to get into the books that I write and stuff like that, right? You got to see yourself from both perspectives. See yourself as Weasel, even though that's not a cool word to call yourself, and see yourself as nice. See yourself as the old minds. We are all others, and we can learn something from all the characters, good and bad. So the first thing is that this used to get his hustle on. He could keep up with the mice. He could chase them down. He needed him with another method, right? He can't chase them. So he came up with another. So what do? He disguises himself as food and lays everything for the mice to come out to eat him. As soon as they get close enough, he reaches out, angles them to death, and eats. And even though he does this over and over, no mice but him. In this story, he does it 4 times. Now think about yourself. Like, how have you transformed your hustle? Then we're going to get to the other side of this. How have you transformed your hustle? Because bottom line right now, y'all not able to get out there and get it like you used to. You got your hustle rather than get out and chase it, you got it now coming to chase you. Right? How can you adjust it? Right? So what is the secret that's being taught to us? Make yourself something delicious. Life want to eat up. Right? So that means if you sit around getting fat, there's anything wrong with being fat. That's what you like doing. If you sit around lazy, if you're not putting anything on your mind, devour us. Right? It likes to devour us. What do I mean? Life wants to break us. Life wants to what we do, the more delicious we are. When we are doing the challenge, when we are out on new adventures, better to life, and life comes right when we're stuck in one place. I ain't done with it, but if you that's just Facebooking, just watching cable, you know what I'm saying? Drinking the same beer every day, doing the same day. You're not as delicious to life. You know, life ain't. You gotta. Once you start making stuff delicious to life, it start coming to nibble on your ass, and that's when you grab it. You squeeze a little bit juice out of it, right? You ride it, you know, because life is rough. It's gonna take you on the ride. So this time you grab life, takes you to Puerto Rico, and takes you to Ghana. Take you to successful business meeting. Ride that shit. Right? Grab it. Hold on to it. Right? Because you made yourself sweet enough for life to come. I want y'all to know this, right? Don't you know this? That when you feel about yourself and you're not concerned about everything you are feeling fulfilled, that life opportunity. Have you ever noticed? You make delicious, right? And you feeling good. You ain't even thinking about nobody. Everybody want a piece of you. Right? Everybody wants you to come work with you, but they want you. I'm enjoying me. Right? I need some light because it's getting dark and I'm dark. Shaka, you on? Oh, my fault. That's me. So much technology. Hold on. Who turned it on? I'm sorry. Turn it off. All right, cool. There we go. So now that's the first lesson, right? Make yourself delicious for life. Upgrade your hustle to where it's coming to you, to where you don't have to chase it. It's now chasing you, right? That's the lesson of the Weasel. Even though we don't want to be a Weasel, that was a genius. That Weasel was a top player, right? Because he understood, right? Now, let's look at the other side of that. Where are the Weasels? Yes, 145-66-4535. My daughter is coming to drink the death tea. Death tea. It's surprisingly good. You know, you think something like burdock, something named burdock. and that wouldn't taste that good, but it's surprisingly good. All right. So now let's continue. Right. So let's keep on looking at this weasel. Also, we know that the weasel is also an enemy of the mice, and in this story, the mice are the heroes. Depending on what angle you get it from. The number is 614-556-45. 556-4535. I'm gonna post it up again. 614-556. I might have said it wrong. 4535. Post. Let's go again. Or I might have sent it. Did I send it to some? Oh, I might have sent it. Okay, I don't know. Maybe I sent it to the wrong timeline. Let's see. Boom. All right, cool. All right, cool. All right, yeah, I didn't. Yeah, it's on there. Yes, I typed in. It's no. Here it go. So everybody get it. 614-556-4535. All right, make sure y'all catch my toast in the morning because I'm going to start throwing those libations out, you know what I'm saying? Because I wanted to start my show with it, the creator and the ancestors and stuff like that. We're going to start doing all that stuff, right? I also have meditation that I make available for all those that sign up. I'll make it possible. We just was joined by the best. All right, what's up? Can you hear me?
All right.
Yeah, I can hear you. All up there. If I 2,000. Like with the principal.
Maintaining her, she's got to make it. She's got to make more of it, right? But I mean,
yeah.
Where he's on the totem pole, I would say that he's like a predator.
I like the fact that you please to work. The piece. Weasel made himself others. And talk about eating. He goes by. Go ahead. But that's just because yourself, you can make yourself delicious by what you put in it. That's that part. But when I'm talking about yourself delicious for life, is yourself on levels. That mental, that spiritual. Because that, if you visit yoga pants, we all know that you're fit those. Weasel to be able to chase the mice out. He no more. So he had to go to a level. That's what I'm have to learn how to elevate.
Right.
I'm saying we are just the physical. We can make things create in the eyes of others. Have to come in. You know what I'm saying? And again?
Mainly dramatic.
Oh, true.
Oh my God. We done the bell for the trail of life. What you do is everything the Claudine. James system is ill to make this solution. Understand this and will.
So
when you have something, because we got I hear other people that has evil. That's it. I believe. I don't believe evil existed before man. The same people in a while. I'm pretty sure, but it had a good. Like I want that.
Right now, go ahead. You can. I mean, when I was talking about something, good intent. Everybody towards their good. It's good. It's not good. The best life. Our issue is that we go to other and touch rather than our own. See, in the sense that you can discuss good people go up and get others. Why don't we do it first? Right? He didn't customize. He didn't cut the weasel out. He put up on the words that he said. Speeches upon our lives. The words from our mind. Because that's why I say he take over. He needs to focus on so that we can stop a lot of the poison that's killing everybody around. Right? Weasel on another. It's the world. But you listen to this in the world. We can flip it and we can make them come to us. You know what I'm saying? Now, let's move it on. So Weasel did. I want to see how we did and over. Games watching this shit happen. And nobody else. Let's see what you know what I'm saying. These might these one and they could do the same and get a sense. Six called three.
But it's only one thing that we it's not different because we want to change, try to put together. Really, is just add like it's good. You step into my idea. I can rather not
talking about wisdom on it. Now, ask a question. This is what we do just to himself. It's going on. Was a slave. Aesop was in the where he clean because they would that. So he would teach a lesson to around and use my Weasel like that. Right? And we think that he would. You see the point is back to just old my younger ones. Now, he did. They didn't mention that. Right? Maybe he like in a position of power. You saying? And he don't mind sacrificing a few young mice. Think about that. Old mice was around making sure because this old mice, the was because at first I don't think the only threat was really threat the old now don't have patience because your patience. You know what I'm saying? And they act before observing. Youth is supposed to. I'm saying, I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Has to be in the school. You know what I'm saying? It's something experience like they say. A very old mouse, not just old, a very old mouse who had to observe from a distance the trick of his capacity for lie there, just in proportion as you are what you pretend. What's up? Well, what's up? Maybe without starting that is anxiety. You know what I'm saying? Because because as an elder, I had the fault to stop you, right? Don't stop me from doing anything when he was young. Yeah. Didn't stop me from everything. Right? Sometimes he would let me run in, and because as you get this, right? Sometimes somebody's bring enough to get it. Scenario. There's a elder people is busy and he's just watching else and his rhythm. You know what I'm saying? And nobody listens. You got the one try to stop. You know what I'm saying? So all this stuff could be right now, right? Because some people do turn. I cocky. I don't want to happen to know what's up. Not you must everybody. Right? So,
but I'm talking to again. He's like words, and when
yeah,
he said it.
That's even when you age at the Kwanzaa, you got put on paper. We wanted to keep, for example, in my school principles, but we use some respect to. You know what I'm saying? The principles with actual culture, as my being culture, it gives the ability to connect with bigger than ourselves, and we have a private language that is before they speak Swahili. Hear us unite. Watch we have. You know what I'm saying? We go a whole bunch of languages, but we use the same, right? Same symbol.
We should accept it. We haven't got there yet. People have to do it all the time. Especially with us. I'm being brought to African. My blood from and I older. I also random. Instead of nothing wrong with that. It's just that some of my people when introduced, not enough now that it's look at that the thing that we're updating that because it's more substantial. Other than the way that it traditionally developed, just like what I just my name on like I've been actually is that I think
where are you learn about all the our children African Americans are started out. You know what I'm saying? We a lot of us have to everything who don't against system. So now when it can ring I think say about personal or not even negative right? And then connect us. So I just say it's like of Kwanzaa when we pour libations, we say what I'm saying amalgamation the